Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? Welcome to Kodansha Live. This is a show where we talk about manga from Kodansha all day, every day. Well, not every day, but today, my name is Misaki Kido. I am the host of the show. And today, we're going to be talking about this. So last week we have spoke about quite a bit of the brand new titles, but we got some more today. So I hope you stick around to the end. I think I have promised you guys that we will have a brand new artwork from the horror master Junji Ito that will be revealing in this show. So you'll be the first one to watch that if you're tuning into this. So let's get started. There's tons of good news for the fellow collectors out there. Let's start out with some brand new box sets announcements. You ready? Okay. First up, boom! The Nichijou 15th anniversary box set. Can you believe that it has been 15 years already? But yeah, as a matter of fact, the Nichijou started serializing in 2006, so that makes it 15 years. And yeah, it's a phenomenal manga. I think this is like the ultimate slice of life manga series that I have seen in the recent years. For those of you who are not familiar with this manga, it starts out kind of normal and cute, as you can see here, but then that only lasts for a little while until salmon falls from the sky and or throws a rocket punch. Um, or there's like a random, showdown between the school principal and a random deer, which is pretty intense. Or a simple game of cards start to become a deadly situation. Very terrifying. So that's sort of like the just a taste of Nichijou, but there's 10 volumes in this series, which will all be included in this new box set. And the box set would also feature a new artwork by Keiichi Arai. And it would also include some bonus items. So, for those of you who are, diehard collectors who wants like everything related to Nichijou, this is the way to go. So, all right, next up is that time I got reincarnated as a slime box set season 1 part 1. So far we will in this box set we will be including the first 6 volumes of this wonderful manga, which was originally a as you may already know, but originally it was a light novel, and then it was adapted into a manga. And let me tell you just like how groundbreaking this manga was, because just like this is an introduction scene where the main character starts off with dying from this life, very unfortunate, but he goes through this process of like reincarnation. So this is like what he's feeling and sensing, and slowly realizing that he is no longer a human, but he has turned into a slime. And he's talking to somebody, but he can't see obviously because slime doesn't have any eyes, but he can use magic, so he uses magic sense to see what is around him. And then as soon as he can see, he makes a new friend. Terrifying looking, but he's a homie too. Yeah, so that's a slime box set that's coming up this fall. This is probably a great way to collect this manga in like one go, and also just kind of catch up to the story. Okay, and let's take a look at like another really popular title from the anime. It's the Seven Deadly Sins. Those fans of Seven Deadly Sins, I have tons of really good news for you today. Let's see. The starts out. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, my bad. Here you go. Seven Deadly Sins is a different kind of fantasy manga. This one is, some of you may be familiar with it from the anime that's playing on Netflix. There's like 4 seasons right now. It follows the adventure of our main character and hero Meliodas and a group of like notorious criminals, quote unquote, that is called the Seven Deadly Sins, and none of them has been caught yet. But there's this dethroned princess who is looking for their help, and then within that quest, she meets Meliodas, which he seems to look really different from his wanted poster, but he says that it's him, and he's sure enough very powerful, and he starts to show his true color as a leader of 7 deadly sins, as well as the dragon sin of wrath, through this encounter with Elizabeth. And of course, don't forget about my favorite character, Hawk, and his mom, where Meliodas' bar locates at the top of her head. It's called Boar's Hat. Very cool. That's 7 deadly sins for ya. So now that the manga has came to a completion, now we are offering a box set. First of all, this one's gonna be box set part 1 and 2, which is gonna contain the entire series. It's definitely a really good budget in terms of like, you know, collecting a bunch of manga at once. And not only that, if you are a diehard fan, there's going to be an extra large exclusive reversible poster that's going to be included in a box. So that's a pretty good deal to me. But if you're not entirely sold on this one yet, there's another product, and that is 7 Deadly Sins Omnibus. Yes, instead of having a the regular graphic novels, we could combine it into combine 3 volumes into 1 omnibus, so you get to read it 3 times as fast, maybe. And it's gonna come in a special large format. So if that's the way you want to read this manga, this is also another recommendation for you. And you're like, well, what's new out there? I've read everything that is related to 7 Deadly Sins. Well, I think you're waiting for this one. 7 Deadly Sins Original Sins Short Story Collection. So this one is pretty cool. It's a standalone collection of the stories like never before seen, like origin stories, and other ones are like the pilot chapter where the whole idea of original 7 Deadly Sins came about, and you get to read it in the rawest form. So that's pretty cool. Like I'm looking forward to reading this additional book to kind of, you know, enjoy, get more deep into the world of 7 Deadly Sins. And this is more like a reminder, but even though the original story of 7 Deadly Sins has concluded, there's actually a sequel that is now available on Simulpub, and it's called the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. So like this one is about a new character. He's also from the same world as the original series, but it's focused around this boy named Percival. He lives with his grandpa. You can see him in the back, and yeah, he has no desire to go anywhere for an adventure because he's settled. He's like lives in this place called Finger of God with his grandpa, and like he's doing well. He doesn't want to leave him alone, so he's like, I'm fine, just where I am. But until the adventure comes from its own way and knock on the door, there's this mysterious stranger comes to visit in this remote area. This is one of the first encounter of him with the outside world. Very unfortunate things happen where his grandpa gets beat up by this guy, and it's because he is trying to prevent this prophecy from happening where the 4 nights of the apocalypse are going to ruin his king, and therefore he's doing everything he can to just take away any possibilities, and which includes coming around to harming them. And the Percival has to have this like really painful goodbye with his grandpa, but he also do admit that he longs to go on an adventure. So hopefully this would be a good beginning for him. So that was the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, available as simulpub on Bookwalker, Comixology, Kindle, and Crunchyroll. Whew. Alright, change up the vibe a little bit. I got some good news for shoujo manga fans out there. We got some brand new omnibuses available, coming soon in this fall 2021. Starting out with the Wolf Boy Is Mine Omnibus. This is a New York Times bestseller from the creator Yoko Nogiri. She's a really amazing shoujo manga creator. And it's this story, if you don't know, it's kind of like Fruit Basket. It's kind of mentioned, if you know what I mean. It starts out with a girl named Komugi moving to a new town to start like new life, new school. And then she gets a seat next to this weirdo classmate who gets like really close to her and sniffing her and stuff. And then she feels really uncomfortable about this. But he happens to seems like a very popular guy because he had like really nice looks, good personality and whatnot. But this is exactly what she was worried about. In fact, like in her previous school, like she was bullied from all the girls when something like this happens. So she's like, uh-oh, like I'm kind of cautious around him. But then she finds out one day that his little big secret is that he has not Neko Mimi, but Wolf Mimi, and a tail growing out of him that he's showing here very uncontrollably. And then not only him, but all his friends who he lives together with, they are all shapeshifters. The main guy turns into a wolf. The other friends turn into a fox, raccoon, and cat, and so forth. Just because this new town that she moved into is a power spot. So that's Wolf Boy Is Mine. It's going to be a 2-in-1 volume, total of 2 volumes. It's so easy to collect, and it's short and sweet manga just for you. There's another one from also by Yuko Nogiri. This is the Yasla graphic novel for teen pick. It's called Love in Focus, and it's in this case it's a complete collection, so the 1 volume is going to include the entire story. One second. Love in Focus is again about another different girl named Mako, who moves to a new city to start a new school again too. She is, a matter of fact, very passionate for photography. She's a photo nerd. she really, when she feels that passion, she can't help it but take a photo of whatever she really felt that passion from. And she happens to take a photo of this stranger that she absolutely have no idea who he is. He seems not to be very cool about this, so she runs away from him. And she meets up with her childhood friend Kay, who is also into photography. Both she and her were taught photography together at the same time. He offered her to come to join his high school, and also because this school has a very prestigious photo club where she can join to skill up on photography. But she's basically moving into a brand new dormitory. Just this is how she would imagine this life would start. And everything is going good until that guy from earlier who she took a photo of shows up, and apparently she goes to the same school, same grade, and he lives in the same place. So 3 of these guys are going to spend their entire lives under one roof. Pretty exciting stuff. So that is Love in Focus. This keep an eye out for this creator Yoko Nogiri, because she's also working on another series right now called Not So Sweet Boys, so keep an eye out. Okay, we got one more omnibus. This one you might be more familiar with, Attack on Titan omnibus. I don't know, you might be one of those people who has been like religiously following the latest episode of the anime. Yes, me too. But this and then the manga is still continuing. There's one more chapter that is coming out. This is going to be the final chapter on April 8th. And this is going to be available on Simulpub, again at the Bookwalker, Comixology, Kindle, and Crunchyroll. But I think it's also a really good time to, revisit the story from the beginning, just because the earlier chapters, I think, contains like some of the most shocking images in this entire series. I think when I saw this first chapter, like it really blew my mind, and it's just because of like the whole scope of this fantasy world that we're just being introduced to. And like some really graphic stuff happens too. And he also reminds you of how far these characters that have came, and as well as the art style of Hajime Isayama sensei over the last course of decade. It's very much a page turner, I think. So 3-in-1 omnibus is definitely a really good way to read Attack on Titan. That's like 600 pages, like all in one go in a large size than regular version. So it's just go ahead, totally indulge in it. That's Attack on Titan omnibus coming this fall. All right, sorry about the terrifying image and all, but I got some more. I think I promised you guys the Junji Ito new art reveal. Yeah. You might know him as the king of horror manga from manga like Uzumaki, Gyo, and Tomie. They're all equally like really terrifying, right? But then like from Kodansha, he has this really awesome manga called Cat Diary. And Cat Diary is of all things, is a slice of life piece about it's a memoir about him becoming a cat owner. So in the beginning of this story, he is a newbie to owning a cat, and let's see, he admits that he's more of a dog guy or hamster guy than a cat, and but his wife gets a cat anyways. He's like terrified of this cat. He's and then so he does all these treatment to the house so that the cats could roam around. And the wife suggests that just having one cat, like he needs a company, so like they decide to get another cat. And but by that time, Junji Ito starts to kind of fall apart. He just starts to go like totally cat crazy. And this is him being overly affectionate, but he seems to be pretty still terrified of his other cat. That's like cat diary in a nutshell. And today we are revealing a brand new artwork by Junji Ito himself for the brand new edition of Cat Diary. So are you ready? Alright, here we go. This is our current cover of Junji Ito's Cat Diary. And just wait for it. Bam! This is what the new cover is going to look like. Yes, and not only that, this book is going to be a deluxe hardcover, and also includes new interview with Ito himself, and also this cover, brand new cover, apparently glows in the dark. Holy crap! I wonder what part is going to glow. So suspenseful. So what do you think? I'm actually really happy about this, and I cannot wait to have the glow in the dark cat diary in my hand by this Halloween time. And all the information that I have told you up until now is going to be available at kodansha.us. But I would suggest to like subscribe to our channel, because we're going to have all the new announcements about the upcoming manga in Kodansha Live at Kodansha US YouTube channel. So the best way to stay on top of it is to subscribe. Okay. All right. Oh, do you know what day today is? No, Aaron's birthday was yesterday. But let's see. So today is a International Trans Day of Visibility, and just in time for the special day, we are launching a early sneak preview of Boys Run the Riot. It's a very unique shonen manga following the life of a transgender boy in Japan. The entire chapter 1 is currently available on the kodansha.us, our new website right here. And just to remind you that the book itself is coming out in the May 25th, so it's going to be another while. But this is actually a good way to have an early look at this book. So it's yeah, that's about it for now. Let's see what people are saying on the chat real quick. I'm glad Drew Sharbine thinks that hearing about the Nichijou box set was a good news. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm pretty stoked too. Dino says, I am not even from US, but I want to see the Junji Ito thing. Yes, definitely you'll be able to enjoy it. Yeah, there might be some ways to get around that too. I wonder where you're from. And let's take a look at the other chat. And I see. Yeah, there was a lot of anticipations around various titles. People are digging the cat diary, think it's cute. I don't know if cute is the right word, but I'll take it. Yeah, but they're really cute, even though no matter how terrifying, it's drawn by Junji Ito. Somebody having trouble with spelling. Yeah, this is, I see a lot of reactions to the announcements about Tezuka, which we had last week. It's a series called Bomba. It's going to be available in fall 2021 as well. And more that information is at kodansha.us. Okay. I think that's all the time that I have for now. Hold on one sec. Yo. Oh wait, hold on. Boys. Shoot. Yeah, some excitement about Boys Run the Riot. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed today's live stream, and I hope to bring some manga and some manga news to you guys through our Kodansha Live in the near future. But until then, I hope you stay tuned to Kodansha US YouTube channel. And until then, see you later. Peace.